deliver for. And so the return trip will probably be a delivery to the company like DHL or the Trans in this one, or Walmart, and I forget the new company name, hence the reason why I should write them down in ATS. I do remember where the location of it is, Cozzy, and I just don't remember the name of it. So we'll be in this view until we get either to go to sleep or deliver it, and then we'll change back into the other one with the occasional look around the place in this view to see the lovely scenery. Because I like the sceneries in games, and for some reason I keep thinking I'm going to hit my head unless I do that, which clearly I won't.
Keep right and then exit right. Exit right.
I do hope at some stage they sort this speed limit thing out with World of Trucks. This 90 km/h cap, or the, what is it in ATS, is it 75 mile an hour, isn't it? Cap, when you can go up to 100 k's obviously around here, and up to 80 mile an hour in ATS, isn't it? In some places. It's just rather annoying.
Go straight up.
Actually, I haven't crashed so far today. I knew something felt different, Aussie. Oh, it's up in the mountains, yeah, okay, yeah, no, okay. Well, since I didn't know that, we definitely haven't done it, yeah. So we'll be doing that tomorrow in ATS, we'll be doing our first delivery. So you're bang on, Cozzy.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Which, considering my memory, I don't know why I'd asked you if you were sure. You'd be more sure than I would be. Oh, it's only 50 through here. Gotta have a look around here. 70 now, come on. Yes. A little industrial area.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Believe it or not, I'm going to try and go around the roundabout in this view. If people don't know, I can't drive in this view.
Exit now.
I never have been in games being able to drive in this view. I just prefer the bumper view, actually, especially in racing games, because you get to see the apex better. What makes it extra hard in this game is the steering wheel reacts differently in this view compared to the normal. It seems to require less turning of the wheel. It's more responsive. Whoa! Even harder when you look at chat. ETS, along with Farming Sim, is one of the two games I can't have chat overlay up on. It won't work. Well, it won't work in this ETS or ATS at all. It doesn't show up. Farming Simulator does show up, but then disappears behind Farming Simulator, so it's rather pointless having it up. If there's really one game I really could do with it right on my screen in front of me, it clearly would be this one. Oh, goodbye, $5,000, euros, whatever it is. I think I've been here in my other one actually. This looks very familiar. It's just interesting to see the changes with the DLC, with all the assets and everything they add in each time. I think that it's slowly, well they revamped a lot of England, haven't they? And some other places. I'm not exactly sure. Update it with the assets and the graphics, and I don't think they did a thorough rework of London, which I'm not sure we get to see or not, because I think ProMods also did a rework of London as well. Oh, we just got $9,000 back. Nice. Oh, that was bad timing. We're about to come to a bridge. You get to see more of the water this way. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy seeing what they bring and bring out in new DLCs. I'm pretty sure there's a ferry crossing in this one, isn't there, Cozzy? Where you jump on a ferry and they actually have a cutscene of you going across on the ferry between the, like a river like this. Oh, we're up to 80 now. I should keep an eye on the old speed limit, shouldn't I? Actually, did I set cruise control? Yeah, I did for 90, not because we were 100-kilometre speed limit before, eh? There is, yeah, no, I'm sure I saw a video of it somewhere. You know, I'd really love it if Farming Sim had these graphics. The fields, especially the canola in this game, looks a lot better. Oh, down to 50 again. A lot nicer. I do miss driving through Russia with RushMap though. I will admit that. And that's what this reminds me of. RushMap actually. RushMap had some really good driving places to go through. Oh, high speeds, rough roads. Miles and miles of just scenery between the two towns and cities, wherever. Oh, awesome. I will miss that, but I am looking forward to the Russian DLC. And I hope they've got quite a bit of Russia in that DLC. And I can reuse me Jazzy Cat Russian traffic again. Russian car pack. And we're going back to 50, are we? We just 80 just to stretch the legs a bit. No? Okay. For once I was prepared. Oh, there we go. Yeah, some really good. Have you got the St. Petersburg add-on as well? And there's another Russian map, I can't remember the name of it, and that works with it. And you get a good portion of Russia.
Right.
And the old winter mod works really well with it too, obviously with all the snow and everywhere. Oh no, I can stay in 5th gear. Just. Oh, I thought oh no, I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the button for a gearbox that has the C1 and C2 included in it, or a typical 18-speed ATS gearbox. Mind you, I don't know why I do that when I'm not on a straight. Got to keep one hand on the steering wheel and I've got the other hand on the shift ready to change gear. No, I don't have to anymore. Back to 70, we'll be fine. Let's look at the scenery. Whoa, settle down, settle down, settle down. Maybe I should go back and yeah. I don't know why the steering response is different. Oh no, I'll stay here.
Take the second exit.
Now we'll go. Yeah, it's just really weird. I just really don't have to turn the steering wheel as much in that view than I do in this view or the cab view. And it gets me still. Oh, does it? Yeah, the free version. I've always contemplated getting the other version, the paid version, but it's always been enough having that one. I'm still trying to remember the name of the other one they do. So we're 6 hours away, 6 to 8 o'clock. Oh, okay, so we'll be perfect. We'll get there, be able to do the delivery and have a sleep. Southern region, yeah, I had that. But that's not the one. It's another one with sort of like extended at the end of it, I think. Make your mind up, 100, 70, 60, 50. Just pick one, stick with it for a while. Trying to keep me on my toes here. I used to love Southern Region when it first came out. Before they stopped working on it, because everyone that was working on it ended up with busy lives, and Southern Region wasn't touched for a long time. And it worked well with Pro Mods back then too. And then it stopped working with Pro Mods, now it's working with it again. No, it's not Great Stepping, it's not that. It's another one with extended at the end of it. I'll try and remember or find out at some stage, and I'll DM it to you. In fact, I'll DM you the link of the guy that I used to watch. Oh, sorry, excuse me. That's where I got the maps from. Well, I used to get the load order of the maps from him, and he would put links to all the maps. But it's on the same site. Yeah, that guy hasn't posted a video for a long time, and he's the guy that did the Swedish island map as well. But yeah, he hasn't been posted a video for a long time, and he was great. He was great for getting ETS maps. He would do a video on the load order and ATS as well. Yeah, but Southern Region used to have what was really good. I loved it too. I loved going down there. It used to have the very tip of Africa. So you could go to Egypt and all along there, all the way to Gibraltar. And there's some really long drives along there. Real nice scenery in some of them. Really tricky roads as well. Up hills with
First
A lot of windy roads. Some Alienware, Alienware? Why would I say Alienware? Alienware, soft components, computers back there. Oh, passport. Get my passport ready. Taking the scenic route. Everywhere I go is almost a scenic route, right? And what are you on about? Steam. Yeah, I probably got that because I've been watching a lot of 2.5 Men. Well, I'm not going anywhere near the passport customs. Oh, let's have a look around here. What have we got? A corner. Oh, that's nice. Whoa. Through the tunnel. Oh, this is just fantastic scenery. If we could just get it straight so I can at least have a good look around before we hit a corner. Oh, that's nice. I was tempted to say someone's cross, but I didn't. At Middle East, well, I do actually. Pro mods. I mean, it's not complete the Middle East, but it's Jerusalem, around there, Israel, Palestine, some other bits and pieces. Let's look at this.
Go straight on.
Straight on into the barrier, yeah. Oh, 80k. I'm too busy looking at the scenery, not taking notice of everything. Yeah, the Israel one's... The Israel one is interesting. Very, very narrow and difficult checkpoint roads. And I've got stuck on a few of them. Oh, just as I change gear, we're going back to 50, right? Yeah. Yeah, coming into towns like this is very reminiscent of Rushmap for me. But I think the scenery's just... I don't know. Actually, it's been a while since I've been to Rushmap, but I think the scenery's just slightly nicer. I picked the movie... It rings a bell. I'm guessing you're asking which movie that came from. Don't Drive Angry.
Go straight on.
Actually, I'm pretty sure someone else mentioned this recently too. Oh, yes, no, they did. It was Smudo and Patrio, and one of the Farming Sim streams said the same thing, and they mentioned the movie, which I've never heard of it. And of course that happened more than, well, a while ago. I don't remember what the movie was called. Oh, it was a Groundhog Day? No, okay, they mentioned a different movie. Maybe I wasn't. It's been a good long time since I've seen Groundhog Day. Good man. In fact, I think the last time I saw it was when it came out.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Actually,
Exit
just
now.
between you, me, and the gate post. Not to give too much away at my age. When it came out on video, went down to the local store and rented it. And then brought it home, obviously put the little crank into the VHS to get it going. And the family, we all sat down, took turns to keep the crank going so that, you know, it turned the videotape round. Because being in New Zealand, we hadn't had power yet invented or brought to our shores, obviously. Obviously, we weren't like the rich families where they could afford to buy a monkey to keep the video going. Actually, the very first video player we had was a Betamax. Or Betamax, whatever it is, Beta, whatever you want to call it. And then, of course, we went the way of most people with the VHS. Come on, workers, bring in some cash. I think Mike's fallen asleep. Or sinking a boat, one or the other. Oh, look at that. I even had my indicator on without even knowing I was going to indicate, and it will change lanes, to be honest. This is nice country. It's my type of scenery to drive through. Still not as nice as old north of Washington, north of Washington, top half of Washington state.
Exit now.
Or Iceland, for that matter. Some states will get a delivery to Iceland, and I can show those who haven't seen it before. We'll get one to the north of Iceland and then one to south of Iceland, and you see the difference in scenery. We drive in the north of Iceland and we turn into the movie Insomnia. If you've seen that, know what I'm talking about, with Robin Williams and I think it was Robert De Niro. Based in Alaska. It wasn't based in Iceland, by the way. That was a movie in Alaska. Good movie. Not a comedy. Robin Williams, you might think it is, but it was one of his real dramatic roles, and yeah. Apparently Mother Nature has decided we've seen enough of the landscape. And thrown down a spoiler alert cover over the top of everything. It's roughly around the same time though. You have to give them that. 5 o'clock in the evening. Mind you, it could be the mod, to be honest. Most likely the mod. Oh, it's keep left, rightio. Oh, 60? Why is it 60? Come on. Surely coming onto a motorway like this, Oh, hello. Let me in, let me in, let me in. Don't let me in. No, you're not going to let me in, are you, you son of... I thought I could do it. Yeah, you'd think so, eh? You're in the UK. What was I saying? Before I just about rammed the truck. And something about the fog will be the mod for sure. Hitting around. I actually like the... Oh, I did have my lights on as usual all the way through the day. But I just like the variety. Does anyone remember what I was talking about before I just about run into this fella here? Look how slow you're going. You got to let me in. You can see I was faster. Since you're in no hurry, you're rude bigger. Yeah, we even got like 100 kilometers an hour speed limit. These guys are not even going anywhere near it. Oh, was I? Yeah, I love the colour pink. Hot pink. Hence the reason why I can't watch a rugby league match in the NRL. Aussie. You know, I get distracted by the refs wearing the pink uniforms. For those in America, NRL is the National Rugby League competition based in Australia. For those who know rugby, yeah, it's like rugby, but more like, well, it's actually more similar to American football, to be honest. But generally when you hear the word rugby, and talking about the other form, a well-known code, which is union, which is slightly different to rugby league. There's a little bit of information there for you. But yeah, I think you Americans will get rugby league a lot easier than you will rugby union.
Keep right, and then exit right.
If you've never seen either game before, that is.
Exit right.
It's the third most popular sport in Australia, isn't it? Aussie. You got Aussie rules first. Actually, the helmets are worse. I think that's why they have a slightly more concussion rate than rugby players. Then again, they don't tackle each other with heads because we use our shoulders. But I think the when you get hit in the head, it's sort of like having, if you put like a if you fit a tennis ball into a jar and then sort of shake the jar. That'll give you an indication of what happens to the brain inside the helmet. It sort of reverberates and makes it worse. I think that's the reason why they're learning to tackle with the shoulder, leading with the shoulder now. Well, have been for a while. Anyone in America can probably confirm that. If you're big on your American football, I say American football because football for most of the world is actually soccer, except for Australia and
Never mind.
New Zealand
Find a new route.
and America and a few other places they call it soccer for the most part, known as football, obviously. Then you got footy, which is Aussie rules or rugby league or rugby. Rugby is known as, well, the governing body is the RFU, which stands for Rugby Football Union, where rugby league is, I forget actually. Rugby Football League, RFL, isn't it, or something like that. And then you got the AFL, which is Australian Football League. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Aussie rules is your big one, isn't it, Aussie? And then you probably got cricket as your second, then rugby league. And rugby sort of union further down the list, but mind you, after you guys have won a couple of, well, you beat South Africa twice, the world champions. What do you mean unauthorised? What happened there? What did I miss? Oh, well, you'd know full well, wouldn't you? It said unauthorised border crossing, Causey. I stopped at the thing, got my documents checked, and just drove on. Followed the road. And next thing I knew, oh, by the way, our ad will probably be not popping up in a second, a couple of minutes. Next thing I knew, I got a fine. In fact, I've lost $8,000. Why have I lost $8,000? Oh. Actually, it was $9,000, wasn't it? The loan came out, and then one of my drivers brought some money in, and it brought it up to 29. Did I just get a $9,000 fine? Thieving government bureaucratic waste of space, oxygen taxing pre-brain heads taking my money. You checked my documents, I was fine. I thought the SS had died.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Not that I'm that upset about it. You useless biggers.
Exit right.
Lining their pockets. Oh, at my expense and my hard work.
Go straight on, and then turn right.
All they do all day is sit, pretend that they're making decisions, but they just roll a dice, look at the piece of paper, look at the list and go, right, let's just do rock, paper, scissors to decide where we're going to go. I should write a letter of complaint. Where's me money? Give it back to me.
And then turn right.
I think there's only one reason why I won't. It's because it's a game. It's not going to do anything, is it? writing a letter. Is that someone in wherever we are, hungry and it gets a letter from me? What is this guy on about? Alright, Aussie. Off to make his coffee. Or get another brewski out of